Have I gone live? Yeah, I think I'm live. Huh. I'm always waiting for them to tell me whether I'm alive or not. I need my affirmation from StreamYard to say, you are alive. And hi, Gail. Ah, I got to get my breath here. I been running around as usual, trying to set this up so it's somewhat interesting to watch. It's not, I tried to do a multiple camera thing that everyone's trying to work at, and StreamYard is interesting. Yeah, if you want, hi, Teresa, watching from the balcony. All righty. Well, I hope it's got a beautiful view for you. I have put a Ustream uh, TV Christmas scene on in the background. But guess what? Those boogers, there's commercials. How dare they? You know what I mean? The commercials are just out of control. I just muted so when they come up. But I mean, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's better than nothing, right? So, and yeah, we're going to try this. And I will show you the ornament kind of up close, and then I will put it on the tree. All of these ornaments have been made by me. Hi, Barbara. Good to see you. Right now, you see a living room and a Christmas tree. Well, that's good. That's what I want you to see because you're in my living room. And if I turn the camera a little ways, you can see my view that I have out my backyard. I don't know if you can see it, but there's my pond and the people that live across the pond. And I get to see all of the beautiful birds and such. There's no birds out tonight, but that's what my view is on a daily basis. And I eat my meals out on the porch. I have a table out there, and yeah, I live out there for the most part. And yeah, so can I tilt the camera down a bit? Well, there's nothing. Oh, I will. I can tilt it down a bit. There's nothing down there yet. I will tilt it down a bit when I start decorating it. But I'm glad you said that because I want to show. Uh, every time I see a flower, I think alligator. Well, yeah, there have been alligators. Well, I did honestly see one alligator on that pond a couple of years ago. And yes, I thank you, Barbara, because I need to go down so you can see the beautiful Christmas skirt that I made with the help of Becky and Deb. And it came out gorgeous. And let me just flip this down. And so you can see the skirt. Can you see the skirt and how beautiful it came out? It just came out gorgeous. And Becky and Deb walked me through it, held my hand. I never would have thought to sew it in such a manner that I would, turn it inside out and the edges would all be beautifully finished. And it fits around the tree beautifully. And I absolutely love it. Yep. So that's my Christmas tree skirt made from, I think they're 8x8 pieces of Christmas related stuff that I got from Amazon. And I never did anything with it. So, is that a good view for you? You're not going to get the top though. So, I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. But I'll kind of go like so, if that's okay. Yeah, I am thrilled with how it came out, Becky. It really, when I turned that sucker inside out, and I have a slit in it, and I went around the slit. They told me that I had it cut so it could go around the tree, and they had to they walked me through sewing around the cut, and then anyway, and then I turned it, and it just came out so lovely. You think this is a big tree? Well, I guess it's 6 foot. It's big enough for me. I can pick it up in a box, and I have a shelf for it in my garage, which I can easily get. So, hi, Safia. Thanks for popping in. I know it's late. Been loving your December carvings. You've been doing and killing it, as usual. Beautiful carving stamps and designs and everything. Just awesome. We missed you on Thursday, and Becky, we realized that you were not on that list where the phones went out, so we have to go back and see if we can't fix that, because I don't know, because you had been in the week before, I think, so we need to check that out for next week. Oh, be careful. Be careful. Don't cut yourself. Yeah. And when I posted the stream when I posted the announcement for the stream, I inadvertently posted it on my other Facebook page, which is for like non-art people and acquaintances I have. And I kind of keep these people separate. I don't know why I do. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if any of those people pop in. So let me do my reading. I haven't even opened the book, because you can't see because I have the camera over there. But anyway, I was looking at the 2-camera thing. And StreamYard, they have a video, right? And it says, 2-camera thing, easy peasy. Well, yeah, if you want to pay, are you ready for this? If you want to pay $40 a month, $39.95 a month for the professional StreamYard level, and then you can add a second camera, easy peasy. Yeah, I thought, yeah, I know. I mean, I use the free version, and then the next grade up is, I think, $20 a month, and I was willing to go for that to get a second camera, but no, it's $39 a month to get yourself a second camera. I know there's other ways of doing it, but it looks so easy, but I don't want that. $40 a month is. Hello, Rosemary. How are you this Sunday afternoon? I've just been yakking, and I'm going to attempt to decorate my wee tree here, and I haven't done my reading yet, and I'm looking for one that I have not read yet, and we've mostly read them all. Because now my nose is going to start running. That's always a given, right? And let's see. No Christmas ones. I do have a Christmas one that I couldn't find, and I'll read it maybe next week. But I have to preface that it is X-rated. It is filled with it's the 12 Days of Christmas, and it's hysterical. I've read it to the ladies in the past. Can't get through it without crying from the laughter, but it's pretty vulgar, and so. But I might read that next week with a warning about if you're sensitive to hearing the F word and other bad words, then maybe you want to mute me or whatever. All right. I'm going to read something that's called, I think I read Dead End. Does anybody remember Dead End? Oh, thanks, Kimberly, and hi. It's going to be prettier here in a little bit when I start throwing when I put my decorations on. Does anybody, Gail, do you remember Dead End? Does anybody remember Dead End? I'm going to read Dead End. And if I read it, then I'll read it again because it's, they're all good. So Dead End is the title of this essay. This should be called The Mystery of 25th Avenue Northeast. The story has semi-cosmic implications. It's about the fact that strange things happened where we once lived at the dead end of a dead-end street, 2 blocks long and at the bottom of a hill in North Seattle. It wasn't much of a street to look at in the first place. I mean, it really didn't call to you to come down it. Kind of narrow and crooked and cluttered up. Ed Weathers' van and his brother's GMC 2-ton flatbed and the Dillis's old Airstream trailer were just part of the vehicular obstacle course. Still, you could see all the way down from the intersection at 95th to the end of it. And there were 2 signs up there at 95th, 2, but on each side of the street, big yellow and black signs, both said the same thing, street ends. And down here at our end of the street was another sign, a big sign, black and white with stripes and reflectors and all. Dead end is what it said. Right in the middle of the end of the street, it said that. And you could see it for a long way off. Well, for all that, people just drove on down the street anyway. Not just partway, mind you, not just to where the reality of the situation cleared up. No, sir. They drove all the way down right up to the sign. The big black one with stripes, the one that says dead end. And they read that sign 2 or 3 times as if they were foreigners or had to translate the English. They looked on either side of the sign to see if there was a way around it. Sometimes they sat there for 2 or 3 minutes adjusting their minds. Then they backed up and tried turning around as close to the sign as possible, backing and filling between our yard and Mrs. Pileski's marigold bed and the blackberry bush across the street, running over some of each. Funny thing is that once they got turned around, they never drove away slow and thoughtful as if they had learned something. No, they tore away at full throttle as if fleeing evil. There was no pattern. All kinds of vehicles, all kinds of people, broad daylight and pitch dark. Even a police car a couple of times, and once a fire truck. Innate skepticism or innate stupidity? I confess I do not know. A psychiatrist friend tells me it's a sample of an unconscious need to deny that everyone wants the road or the way to continue on instead of ending. So you drive as far as you can, even when you can clearly read the sign. You want to think you are exempt, that it doesn't apply to you, but it does. Now I was wondering if I had printed that up and then put little copies in a little box and attached it to the sign that said dead end with a smaller note that said free information explaining why you are here. Take one. If I had done that, would people have read it? Would it have made any difference? Would they have been more careful of the lawn and the marigolds and the blackberry bushes? Would they have driven away any slower? I don't think so. Perhaps I should have put up a sign at the top of the hill that said Wayside Shrine at the end of street. Come on down and confront the ultimate meaning of life. It's a dead end. What effect would that have had on traffic? Recently, I went back to visit my old neighborhood after many years away. The street is still a dead end, and not much else has changed. The neighbors say the unbelievers still drive all the way down to the sign, turn around, and flee. Life is still a dead end, and we still have a hard time believing it. I think I always say that's a good one, but I know, you see that sign dead end, and you think that maybe it's not really a dead end because you really people looking for a shortcut, and I guess there's no shortcuts in life. So anyway, dead end. I better write down. We read that one. Let me just scoot over here real quickly. Grab a pen and then start decorating. Red, 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 red. We're getting, yeah. All right, I like that one. Red, 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 red. All right. 'Tis the season to be jolly. I would love to play music, but I was thinking of it. At least some quiet Gregorian chants in the background. But I'm thinking I would, if I got dinged, I'm thinking, so what? There's nothing to ding me for. I mean, I know that's not a really good attitude, but anyway, let me expand my. You're helping Scott in the shop. That's good. Barbara's reorganizing bits and bobs of papers, small painty bits, small white and black stripes, bigger stuff. Sounds like fodder to me. And Kimberly is cleaning mine in the morning. Rosemary looks like drunk elf has been in here. Okay. All right. Beware. Hi, Kathy, Whitney. Beware of drunken elves. You might have to shelf them. Oh my God, that was bad, Anne. That was really bad. All right. On to the decorating of the tree. All right. I was watching football today. Oh my God. I'm just horrible. All right. So as I said, all of these ornaments have been handmade by me. Popsicle sticks, the Jenga blocks from the Dollar Tree, and paper things from Christmas scrapbook things. And I stained them with using shoe polish. So I will start out with this one, and I'll bring it over here so you can see it. And so here it is. And it's just one of those little Christmas trees. And in the back is a die cut of trees. And again, those are the Jenga blocks. And these were stained with brown shoe polish. So I'll put that on the tree. All right. Ta-da! First decoration of 2023. Yay. Okay. I hope this is going to go all right. Okay. Okay. All right. This would be nice to have a second camera. All right, here's a Noel one that I made on one of you can buy those little wood things. And I painted it and put Noel, cut out the letters for Noel. And this is a little letter. I copied this is like an ornament from the post office, but I made my own. Dear Santa, and then Merry Christmas. It's a little wee envelope that I made. And here's another box made out of the Jenga blocks and some cutouts from a Christmas scrapbook pack, one of those things. Okay. And I think that's going to work better. I'll show you 3 and I'll throw 3 on. Well, not throw 3 on. Speaking of throw stuff, oh my God. We would decorate the tree, and I was a bratty little sister. I know it's hard for you to believe that I was bratty, but I was. And when it came time to put the tinsel on, some people, I'm of the school that you like to just throw it on. And they placed it on each individual strand of tinsel, right? And when nobody was looking, I would take a handful of tinsel and throw it on the tree. But my sister would catch me, and she would scream. Well, not scream, but she'd go, "Mom, she's throwing tinsel on the tree again." And hi, Nettie, good to see you. So she would always catch me And those are those people that put each strand of tinsel on one at a time. I don't put any tinsel on anymore. Here's another one I made again. You see, I made a little frame out of popsicle sticks, and that's an image from Graphic Fairies. And again, this is 2 Jenga blocks, and I painted the word joy. I mean, these are pretty primitive. And this is a box that I made, a little box, and it's a little dimensional, and it says peace on earth. And on the other side, you got a jolly Santa Claus. So we'll put those 3 on. How are we doing? Hi, Kelly. Hi, Mariah. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching me decorate the tree. I was having trouble, getting into the spirit, so to speak. And then someone made a very good point. I guess it was in Dee Dee's stream when I mentioned that I was just not feeling it. It was 86 degrees, and it's just hard, to get into the mood when it's that hot. And it's pretty hot here now, but it's supposed to cool down tomorrow anyway. And someone said, well, you got to decorate, and that'll put you in the spirit. So when I sit back in my chair tonight, when I'm done streaming, I have all the lights off, and look at this, I'm sure I will be in the spirit. Oh dear. Okay, here's one. I made some out of clay using cookie cutters, and I used that air dry clay. But this is probably one of my favorites I made. I made a little sled. And I love this one. Out of popsicle sticks. And I think this was an ornament that was in the post office catalog, and I just copied the thought of it. So there's my little wooden sled. And this is just a simple star from Graphics Fairies. And here's another box that I put together, and I covered on 2 sides with the, I guess that must have come out of Graphics Fairies or somebody. You can see how easy these are. And this is a snowman. I made this out of what's it called? The air dry clay. And I bought a set of cookie cutters, Christmas cookie cutters. And I just cut and then I painted them. And I got a whole bunch of those from the air dry. If you haven't watched Miriam and the stuff that she's doing with clay, OMG, the village that she's built and the tree that she made today, amazing. And I don't know that that's air dry clay. I'm not sure what kind of clay she was using. But oh my gosh, it is so adorable. And you got to check out, you have to check her out. If you haven't checked her out, you got to check her out. Anyway, but the village that she's making is just adorable. And it's just very, very cool. And Lily's right over here, fast asleep. Not interested in the tree at all. There was a time when she was interested, but not so much anymore. She's an old lady, I guess. Yeah. And then here, let me come. Okay. Here's another box. Now this is a picture, and I don't know whether it's in focus or not, but I'll try to be. But that's my mom when she was about 1.5 years old. And that Santa Claus is like the scariest looking Santa Claus I've ever seen. I probably you can't see it, but she's got little tiny wee leather gloves on, and she's all decked out, visiting Santa Claus. And here's just another box with some, that's a piece of wrapping paper that I made into an ornament. And here's another cookie cutter from the clay. And here's a package with a bow on it. And here's another, one of those wood things. You just can buy a box of them. But I was watching somebody on Reels make some ornaments out of those slivers of wood. Oh, they were so cool and really pretty. I like, I watch those people that do those Reels things, and I was watching somebody, and I really want to try this. I mean, obviously, with jelly plate printing with photographs, and I'm sure Mariah and Patricia know all of that. And but she was using a photographs, and I guess it was laser prints, and so she put the black paint down on the gel plate, right? And then put the photograph down, and it was a laser print of a photograph, right? And then she pulled it, and then she ended up with a nice copy of the photograph. But then, and it was so cool because so now she's got the print, right? She's got the print on on the jelly plate. And then she starts painting on that color, like coloring in it with acrylic paints. And then she let those dry. And then she covered it with matte medium. Oh, okay. So long, Gail. Try to be warm. And then she covered the whole thing with matte medium instead of white paint. And I never, and then let that dry. And then when she pulled it, she had it's hard to describe. She had a print, a photograph, a black and white photograph that now she had colorized by using her jelly plate. And it looked like something that I could do, maybe. I don't know. And here's another one I made. There's the graphics fairy, and he's in a box. And he's lost his hook, so here's another block. And this little Christmas tree design, this was actually a Christmas card that Barb Owen made. And I kind of copied that Christmas tree, and it's so simple. As you can see, it's just some lines and some scribble stuff, and it really makes a really cute Christmas card. And I found some really cool 3D Christmas cards, and somebody sent me this, and I'm sorry I didn't write down their name. It's very pretty. And here's another Santa block. The old Kris Kringle. And here's just 25 cents each, whatever. Okay. So I'm looking at these, and these are pretty basic, but that's okay. I don't care. They're just for me. No one will see this tree. Now, I have no anybody coming this year. So this is just for me. Sean and Mo are coming next Thursday, but they'll just drop by, and then I'm taking them out to the club for dinner. So, but they'll see the tree. And here is when the kids were here, we made paper chains. But this is just a little paper chain. But we made big paper chains. And here's one I made. You know these were the dominoes that everyone was buying, and I glued 3 of them together and did the old. You got to have the Woody. We actually had a Woody station wagon when I was growing up. Of course, I don't remember it, but that would be cool, right? I can look here and see where I need something. I need something right here. The nice thing about an artificial tree is you can bend the branches any way you need them to be bent. Here's another one with that. It's taking me. I should have untangled this. Here's a little skier, and this guy is very primitive. He's almost like. Whoops, just lost his thing. But here's a little skier that I made out of a clothespin and painted him. He's a little rough looking. He's kind of like folk artish, right? And here's a little, and this is again that's a die cut I had that I put in, made a little house and stuck the die cut inside the house. And I found somebody was making some really cool new 3D Christmas cards that I'm going to attempt. But if I'm going to do it, I better get my ass in gear because, time's a ticking here. And the mail is kind of sluggish, right? They used to say that if you had your cards in by the, I guess I'd probably, well, they may not get there. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it because we talked about this the other day. So what if they arrive late? Even if they arrive, right? That's the important thing. That you're thinking of somebody, right? And you're sending them a card. So I just have some more of these wooden things. I don't know whether you can see that or not. Let me come around here. Let me see. I wish I had someone reading. Go Capricorn. Mine is on the 3rd. Oh, fun birthday. Okay. Yes. I knew that. On the New Year's Eve streaming time kill, I'll be there, but maybe not at 7 a.m. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so happy the streamathon is on. And I get to bring in the new year. So yeah. I've never had that honor before. There's always been Janet Young, but Janet's going to stream her regular time on Monday. This is just one of those things from Graphics Fairy. That's kind of those are those kind of ornaments that you end up, you put in the back of the tree. But I'm going to be streaming from 11 to 1 a.m. And believe me, we will be bringing in the new year with alcoholic beverages. Guarantee it will be alcoholic beverages involved. I will behave myself. Let me put it that way. I will be a good girl. Maybe. Not sure what I'm going to do. Let me get out some of the better ones. Let's see. Here's a little house I made. You put these away and you lay them down very carefully. And it's amazing. There must be some sort of like little gremlin that gets in the box and just decides to just screw them all up, make them all tangled. Because you lay them in here one by one, very carefully, and then they're all screwed up. Huh. Okay. Well, here's another skier. I made one for my grandson with the colors of as a hockey player, the Pittsburgh Penguins, because that was his team. Let's see. And then here's another one of those little boxes. Real quick and easy. The kids could make these, right? Just glue the boxes together and slap some. That's just a piece of wrapping paper. Here's the air dry clay. And here's another, and that's like I think a print that I don't know, carved out of a cork or something. It's pretty primitive. I'm looking at these. These are pretty primitive, which is fine, right? Here's another reindeer with some of those pearlescent dots. And here's a little log cabin that I made out of Jenga blocks and cut up pieces of popsicle sticks. So that's another one I made. So let me look at the tree now. Okay, I need something right over there. It's kind of, I can look at it and see where there's some open spaces. Obviously, it's going to be really busy right where the view is. Let's see, New Year, yeah, the first join. Yeah, you were talking about that, how long ago that was. That's amazing. I didn't realize it went back that far. Was it Jean, the musical scrapper? Was she the one? I didn't even realize that Cece, the watercolorist from Montreal, was involved in that too. That's unbelievable. And yeah, stick that there. And let's put the other skier here. And of course, all of these are unbreakable. They're all wood or paper, so they can't be broken. But when the cats, when I had other cats, not Lily, but other cats, we used the old water gun to keep them out of the tree. And the kids, the boys, would fight over who would have the water gun to squirt the cats. And the poor little cat was drenched by the time I stopped them from squirting the poor little thing. I don't remember what cat that was, but I would always put ornaments on the bottom of the tree that they were the cat's ornaments, so they could bat them around and play with them. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I don't even know where that came from. Someone must have given me that. Let's see. Oh, here's some others. Oh, I like these too. Oh. I'm coming. Thank you for being here and hanging out, watching me decorate the tree. Okay. Alright. I can't believe how tangled up these are. When I put them down so carefully, bring them over here. Oh, a little Christmas tree broke. Oh dear. Oh no. How did that happen? A little gremlins, I guess. Here's another one of those little different orientation with the silhouette of the cutout in the back. I like that one. And here's a very wobbly nutcracker. If I can get him untangled from... Oh my gosh, I didn't expect these to be so tangled up, honest to gosh. This is ridiculous. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Okay. Here's my nutcracker that I made. Okay, let's see. You see him? And he's popsicle sticks. I painted him on both sides. And I took the Tim Holtz nutcracker stamp that looks like a blueprint, and I stamped it on tissue paper, and then I put it on these popsicle sticks, and then I covered it with Mod Podge, not Mod Podge, matte medium, and then turned it into a nice little ornament. So I did that, and here's another one of my little tree, but this time I've got two trees in there, and that one is loose. So I'm going to have to do a little hot glue on that one. Okay, and this is from Mary Lou. A flock, isn't that flock? Flocking, when they flock? That's from Mary Lou. 2022. Thank you, Mary Lou. So, and I did, this is another one of the Timmy stamps. And I just put it on the popsicle sticks and then stamped it on a napkin, tissue paper first, and then, put it on with the matte medium. And quick, easy. These are very easy ornaments. Nothing too complicated here. But the thing is, when they're all on the tree, they look so pretty. Now my ex-husband is Jewish, so we celebrated Hanukkah and Christmas, and we lit the menorah candles, and I made latkes, potato pancakes. Oh, I love potato pancakes, but they are a mess to make. But oh man, potato pancakes with homemade applesauce and a little sour cream on the side. Anybody have partaked in that deliciousness? Potato pancakes, homemade applesauce. I think they're still open. Oh, for the marathon. Yes, I think there are, and I think those spots are like in the wee hours. Oh, never had them with applesauce? Oh, they're really good. Yeah, I make my own applesauce, so it's on the tart side, not super sweet. Yeah, what we need some people from across the pond to fill in those. They need people to fill in those spots in the wee hours. That wouldn't be the wee hours, if you were over in Europe, they would be. Now, I carved a sailboat. I don't know what I was thinking, but this ended up looking like a sailboat. So anyway, it's a little sailboat. Let's see. Out of a Jenga block. So I made a little sailboat. It's weird, but it's me. And then here's another one of those popsicle stick things where you just kind of put a picture on it. And again, the stain I was using was brown shoe polish. I learned that from Ava, the Bohemian Crafting. She uses liquid brown shoe polish to age stuff. Yeah, it's really a quick fix. Let me see. I have to go around to the other side here. And here's some blue. These are, I guess, Hanukkah paper chain, blue. So we would have the latkes, and They're a lot of work. But boy, are they good. Woo! Good eats. Every Friday, I baked all of my own bread when the kids were growing up. I made all our bread because I wasn't working and I had time. I could do that. And on Fridays I would make challah, challah. I made a wicked challah. I tell you, beautiful braided loaves. And boy, did those kids gobble that up. And that challah would make great French toast. Hi, Dee Dee. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Well, partly because of what you said in your stream about, one way to get in the Christmas spirit is to decorate. And that's true. When you start decorating, you start feeling more Christmassy. So that's what kind of lit the fire under my butt. This is, I don't know what to tell you. It's a leaf that I molded into that air dry. I don't have any other explanation for it. I don't know. And I made another one of those little Dear Santa to the North Pole decorations, which was actually an ornament that's in the post office catalog. I made my own. And another block with some more wrapping paper. And another, it almost looks like a help wanted sign, or most what Santa sign. Again, these are simple. And this was made by somebody that sent it to me. Didn't sign it, but it's made on a playing card with a Konami and the Joker on the back. Isn't that lovely? I don't know who sent it to me. Oh, and here's double Christmas trees with that silhouette background thing. That's a great die cut. It makes, and I've had that for several years. And I just got a new die cut today that was delivered. I can't wait to use it for cards. It's a die cut of like a tree, and then it's got a little cardinal that goes in the tree. Let's see, I can always rearrange this after. Let me stick that down there. That will be one for the cat. The other thing I have is, let's see. Got another one of those. Well, there's some of those things that fell off. And I decorated, the outside of the house is just 2 wreaths on the lights in the garage. That's about it. But I remember as a kid, you parents, you'd get in the car, right? And you drive around the neighborhood and you see all the houses all lit up. Not so much anymore, And this is just made from a card. You take a greeting card and cut it out. And this is from Beth Schuler, 2021. And I cut it out and I made it into a thing. And here's a cardinal that I put on a real twig, a real live twig. Just checking the chat here. We've had on and off sprinkles all day. Yeah, that big storm was supposed to come across. According to Ryan Hall, all, and he's got a big map, and I was asking my son yesterday, I said, is it windy there? And he said, no. And I thought, oh, Okay. Because he was saying that there were supposed to be 50, 60 mile an hour winds in Cape Cod, because that's where he is. He's in Cape Cod. And 10-foot waves. But I guess it's that weather's today. Of course, that would be today when they have to drive back to Boston, right? Of course. Okay, let's see. So I've done a lot with the. Here's another one from Beth and Joe. Thank you so much. Oh, here's one that I guess I made out of material. I'm getting down there, folks. I'm getting down to the end. Yeah, I guess I just was taking stuff and making ornaments out of. Here's another cookie cutter gingerbread man out of the air dry clay. That air dry clay lasts forever. You know what? If you wrap that stuff up, and you got into the Christmas shirt, and yeah, I did. I did put on my little Christmas T-shirt. Yeah, I did. Thank you. Uh-huh. It kind of looks like Minecraft, but yeah, I did. There's a little Christmas tree, and I don't know who gave me that. I lost the camera. Where the hell did the camera go? Where's the camera? Oh, there it is. It's like, oh my gosh. And some more Christmas. Wait, I can't get them apart. Gosh. Wow. Oh, some more of those little, these things are neat. You get a whole box of them. I can't find the camera. Where are you? Do. The camera's there. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, I'm making everybody sick. And here is, oh, there. That's my brother, my younger brother who passed away a couple of years ago. And he is 2.5 in this picture. And that's my grandfather. And he was the Santa at Macy's. And Jimmy told me many years later that he knew it was Grandpa. He knew it was Grandpa, but he didn't want anybody to know that he knew it was Grandpa. And that was one of those official, official Santa Claus. And if you look, he's all decked out. I don't know if you can see it in this picture, but he's got a bow tie on. He's got a little bow tie on. He was all decked out to go see Santa. And that kind of reminds me of the movie Christmas Story, when they go to see hi, Dana and Lydia. When they go to see Santa in Christmas Story, they're all dressed up. They're all decked out. They had Santa, Mrs. and Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus arrived at our mall, I guess, last week. And the only reason I knew that they arrived because there was a fireworks show. Really? Fireworks? Whatever. I'm sorry. Only in Florida. I can't imagine fireworks. Well, obviously you couldn't do that in New York. It would be snow on the ground, right? But I heard the boom, 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 boom. I'm thinking, what the heck? What the? And then I realized that must be ushering the arrival of. Mr. and Mrs. Claus. And then I have a pickle. Now, is that a German custom? Or is it the spider? I know there's some culture that has a pickle, and I don't know. I can't remember who has the pickle, but I have a pickle. I made a pickle, and it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty pathetic pickle, but I'll show it to you anyway. It's pretty. It's pretty faded, and this pickle has a long, sordid story. But it's kind of nice when you look at these things. You know, it's got a story. And this goes back to this is Rosemary's Fall. Rosemary had a kit, and I don't even remember what kit it was. But in that kit, there was one of those paper bags that you get pickles in. If you go to the deli, they would put a pickle. It's German. Okay, that's what I thought, Gail. Yeah, it sounds like German. You know, sour pickle. I'm German. I get. But anyway, and people, when they got their kit, they got these really cute little paper pickle bags. But not everybody got a pickle bag. I didn't get a pickle bag. So I made a pickle stamp. Because I was one of the kids that did not get a pickle. And I was very hurt. And Rosemary assured me that it was nothing personal. Just that not everybody got a pickle bag. And I was one of those people. So here's another nutcracker. Well, look at these. These are really on the rough. There he is. Where are some nuts to crack? I need some nuts to crack. And here's another just little poster thing with. It's so easy to make. Yeah. But when I saw some of the more recent ones on those wood tiles, you can buy a whole box of them. Oh, the ones that I saw people make on reels. Now I have some of those. I want to make some of those. It's hard, you know what? It's hard to decorate the back of the tree. You kind of lose interest because no one's going to see the back of the tree. So, and of course, that's where I would throw the tinsel in the back of the tree, and my sister would catch me, and she would tell on me. She would whine, "Mom, he's throwing tinsel again." My sister now lives in Hondo, Texas. I just like saying that. Hondo. Can you imagine? Hondo, Texas. I guess it's about a half an hour from San Antonio. She has moved in with her daughter. And I made a gold star, but I also made a dove to put on top of the tree that I sewed together. And I cut out, but I don't know where I put it. I sewed it together on my handy dandy sewing machine. But I don't know. Here's a cloth one. I made it's kind of hard to see, but it's a cloth Christmas tree. Some scraps of material. On the back, that's a Christmas card, a recycled Christmas card. And here's some more of those wood plaques. This is the Timmy stamp of the snowshoes. On both sides, no less. Not just one-sided. Oh, really? Okay. All righty. Yeah, she's happy. I was surprised that it's great that, she's living with her daughter because she's has some health issues, and her daughter is a retired nurse anesthetist. So I'm glad that she's, living with them. She hates the heat, absolutely hates the heat. And they lived in New Hampshire. Then they went up and they lived in Maine. And then they moved back down to New Hampshire. And then when her husband died, she was obviously alone. And that's when Deb invited her to come down to Hondo. And she's managing. I mean, the heat's oppressive, but that's why we have air conditioning, right? I mean, people actually lived here in Florida before air conditioning, so, you know. But I talked to her the other day, and she's doing well. There's big differences in our ages because my mom and dad were married before they married one another, and my dad had 2 children, and then there was my younger brother Jim and I from their marriage. So there's big gaps in ages. And, now this is a story in of itself, and I will show it to you. And I know Carol's not here, my Canadian artisan, but she made this origami star. And it took me forever, absolutely forever, to figure out how to do it. So I finally did it. And on the back of it, I wrote, I did it. And so now it's an ornament. It looks easy when someone does it. I know. It's the humidity that is just oppressive. There was a high school here in Melbourne, Florida, and they had no AC in the gym. And it gave their basketball team a real, oh my God, you can see me standing there. They gave their basketball team a real home field advantage because they practiced in that gym with no AC. And then when the visiting team came, they were totally, wiped out because they've been practicing in gyms with AC. And so that gave them a real home field advantage, as you can imagine. I can't imagine playing basketball in a gym without any AC. But they did, even though, basketball season's in the winter, still you get that packed with all those people, and it's pretty oppressive. So when our basketball team was getting ready to play Melbourne, the coaches would turn off the AC or turn it down really low to kind of get our guys ready, acclimated to be playing in a hot gym. Bye, Gail. Have a good evening. Thank you for being here. Hi, Kel. I think I said hi to you. I hope I said hi. Hi, Angela. I missed you coming in. I think I caught everybody. I hope so. If I've missed anybody, I apologize. Yeah. And here's the Santa. I forgot. I don't have let me find a hook for this Santa. All right. I have a little tin that has the hooks in them. And I got a Christmas tree. I'll put this Santa in. I've enjoyed, making all of these. I didn't make any new ones this year. the tree's pretty full. I mean, the back is a little bare, but who's going to see the back? You know, I'm not. Put all the good stuff in the front, right? That's what you're supposed to do. Put the good stuff in the front. Yeah. All righty. There's a Santa. Okay. And I got a little tree. Again, I don't know where this came from. I'll stick this down here if Lily wants to bat something around. The other thing I put under the tree is the Lego. I made the red Ford Lego pickup truck a couple of years ago. Going to check on Scott, yeah. Oh, I saw that Lori was having a sale. Mary Lou's moving slowly but surely, one box at a time. Oh, hi, Chris. Are you doing a pet portrait? That's great. I'm afraid to carry out the pickup truck because it is very fragile. And if I showed it, I'm afraid if I lift it up, you know the story. It took me. It was one of the worst Legos I've ever put together, and I've put together hundreds of Legos, and it was just a real. I don't know. It was a real challenge. It was super hard to do, and it, you know, you would get part of it together, and then the whole fender would fall off, or you get it together and then the bumper would fall off, and it just was so un-Lego like. You got your passport? That's super. Less than 4 weeks now I can leave the country. Hi, Angie. It's only 4 weeks away? Oh my gosh. That's so cool. I didn't realize it was. Nettie's going on a cruise. And you're out of New Orleans, right? You're cruising out of New Orleans? I think. Oh my gosh. Oh, in August. Oh, what do you mean? So are you saying you got then 4 weeks now I can leave the country? I got my passport less than 4 weeks. Oh, okay. Oh, it only took you less than 4 weeks. Okay. Did you pay to expedite it? A logo lemon. A Lego lemon. Yes, it is. And you know, I made a video of it, and then I got that thing to say you should make a reel. And I didn't want to say anything bad about Lego because I love Legos, but I mean, it can be used for Christmas because it even has a little wreath. And then when you go to put the Christmas wreath together, it falls apart. And then I went online to watch a YouTube video, and the guy was having the same problem when he was putting the wreath together. It fell apart. So I tell you what, I'll bring it out and I'll put it under the tree, and then I'll put the camera on it because I don't want to hold it up to the camera. And I've got a VW Bug Lego, and I have a Fiat 600 Lego car. We took the kids to Legoland, I guess 2 years ago, and I spent a few bucks. And Here it comes. Lily's meowing. All right. Let's see if I can show it to you. Oh. Here's the camera. There it is. There it is. All right. It's going down under the camera, under the tree. Let's see. Let me show you, Timmy. You see it? There it is. I don't want to make anybody sick, but there's the tree. And there's the Ford, the red pickup truck. So, and it has all really cute little stuff in the trunk. I mean, in the back. It's got flowers, and it's got a little like sign, and it's got a little wreath. Here's the little Christmas wreath. I figure out why I can't find the cameras beyond me there. There's the Christmas wreath. So there's the Ford Lego truck. That was a bitch to put together. That's all I can say. The wheels are all wobbly, and when I put the VW Bug together, Lily kept on jumping up and grabbing picking up the tires and running off with the tires. I know, I love it too. I did. Thanks for asking. I did. I made the skirt with the help of Becky and Deb Farrell. And those are 8-inch squares of Christmas material that I got from Amazon a couple of years ago. And I had some white kind of stuff that was my furniture was packed in, and I saved that. And I sewed the squares together, and the ladies taught me. I mean, I would have never have thought to sew it so that you could, sew it so that you could turn it inside out and the edges would be all finished. I don't know what it would have looked like, but thanks to them. And Becky stayed late, and poor Scott came home, and she's trying to feed him dinner and keep an eye on me, and I got it done. Oh, I'm sorry, Angie. Oh, hopefully a better week for you. Gee, never heard of that. So the mic thing went bad on your phone? Huh. Well, listen, folks, that's all I got. So I'm going to sign off early. I was going to make one of the new Christmas card designs I saw, but I didn't have a chance to set any of that stuff up. So I'm going to say goodbye. And thanks for being here, everybody. It's so great to see all you. And I'll see you out probably out in the internet over the week, I'm sure. I'll see Dee Dee tomorrow at 9. Janet at 1. I finally have a vet. I finally have a vet appointment for Miss Lily, because those of you who've been following me know that Lily's not doing great. She's not acting herself, so I've been bitching about it, and now I finally got off my you know what and made an appointment. So she sees the doctor at 11 o'clock tomorrow. So wish me luck. Getting her in the thing and getting her there, and all of that fun stuff when you take an animal to a vet. So okay, all take care. And as my mom always says, well, you can see the Hendrix. That's the lamp I made out of my Hendrix gin bottle over there. Let's see. I'm trying to find out. Okay. Yes. So as my mom always said, if you can't be good, be careful. Bye all.